actors are kind of very posh gypsies, I like to call them. They're on the move all the time, wherever the job is, whichever city has got, the link up at that time for money to make whatever given show or whatever theatre. That's where you end up, and you're there for the length and duration of that show. And so I've worked all over the world. I've worked in Africa. I've worked in all of the major cities in America. In Chicago, I hadn't been to yet. So it was an adventure waiting to happen. And I got here, started working here, and the first question was to myself, why had I not been here before? Everything that I've got from my city, London, New York, LA, Sydney, and Australia, it's all right here. The art's here, the food's here, theatre's here, and I'm glad to discover it.
I shot a bunch of shows in New York City for a long time, and then also in LA. I love the city of Chicago. I'm not just saying that because I'm here and working on this show. I firmly believe that this show wouldn't work in any other city but Chicago. We've kind of been open with arms, where there's not a cynicism of the big cities that have already been inundated with a ton of television. There's been a bunch of television here, but there hasn't been a show to go 3 seasons, I think, since Early Edition, which was like, I don't know how long ago. Someone do the math. But it's a great city. I think the city of Chicago, even when I came in here, I grew up out in the burbs, but I kind of like was looking into the history of the city. There's underpinnings of this city are all kind of rough and tattered, and I think we drive rough and tattered, beat up Chicago fire trucks, and the real actual functioning fire trucks here in Chicago, the rigs, and it takes you to a different place. We're not fancy. We're kind of like fly by the seat of your pants and get stuff in as good as order as you can, and let's go. There's no we can't have everything right, and it's a great part of Americana. It's just let's go. We got everything we think we need, and if we don't, we'll improvise, adapt, and make do. So.
Yeah, I have, but truthfully, I'm on location most of the time when I'm working. Whether I shot a show for 9 years in North Carolina, I've shot in Texas, New Mexico, Atlanta, Canada. The notion of Hollywood just existing on a soundstage in the valley is no longer relevant or truthful, I think, because not only are we now, when we look at budgetary concerns, looking at what states are working, what incentives for the film business to come in, but also you can't shoot everything on a backlot and have it feel real and authentic. And Chicago is just as much a character in our show as any of us actors.